Coming up on Valley News Live at 10, doctors say not so fast when it comes to loosening COVID restrictions.
Our days enjoying life in the 20s and 30s are dwindling when the Arctic blast will take over.
Plus, when the pandemic shuts down your drive home through another country, you get creative. Valley News Live at 10 starts now.
This is Valley News Live at 10.
Starting on February 11th, the federal government will deliver vaccines directly to select pharmacies across the country.
COVID-19 vaccines will soon be heading directly to retail pharmacies around the country.
Reporter Erica Hill explains how this could be critical in getting more Americans vaccinated faster.
Local pharmacies now next in line to administer vaccines.
This will provide more sites for people to get vaccinated in their communities, and it's an important component to delivering vaccines equitably.
Good afternoon, folks.
The Biden administration will begin shipping directly to pharmacies next week, part of a long-promised plan to expand access. CVS says it's ready in 11 states, Walgreens announcing plans for 14 states and cities, and Puerto Rico. While the overall pace is getting better, nearly two-thirds of distributed doses are now in arms, supply remains a hurdle. This site in Phoenix can accommodate 10 to 12,000 shots a day.
I'm just trying to do my part.
But for now, there's only enough vaccine for 500 a day.
What we're hearing is that we're going to be at about this same level for the next few weeks.
16 lanes up and running at the Texas Motor Speedway.
It's very impressive.
The state's largest drive-through vaccination site, where officials say they can process 1,000 people an hour.
We do know that we have several thousand second doses that are coming due, and so we will be allocated those second doses.
Moderna asking the FDA for permission to increase the number of doses in each vial from 10 to 15.
And you can relax this side.
A new study suggests just one dose may be enough for people who already have the virus, but
Previous infection does not seem to protect you against reinfection, at least with the South African variant.
prompting new urgency.
When we have to deliver 500 million immunizations between now and late spring, early summer to get ahead of these variants, it's going to be tough.
A drop in new cases, hospitalizations, and positivity rates, prompting some areas to loosen restrictions on indoor dining.
It feels good. It's nice to be out.
Even extending bar hours.
What it allows us to do is hire more people and bring more of our employees back to work.
Though experts warn this reprieve may not last.
The variants are here, they're circulating, and they are going to cause a large spike in cases.
As of tonight, more than 446,000 people in the United States have died from coronavirus.
Enjoy tomorrow. It may be our last day in the double digits for a while. Double digits above zero, that is. Hutch tells us, he's laughing, tells us what to expect when you wake up. Hutch.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have some serious weather heading our way, but I think all we can do is smile as we have some fog to be concerned about again tonight. The lowest visibility is out to the west. No fog advisories in North Dakota, but in South Dakota, we definitely have some dense fog to be worried about. Temperatures tonight are going to be steady, cloudy, and a south wind will continue through the overnight, but the big changes are on the way. Let's list right away what we're concerned about as winter sets to return on Wednesday night. So most of your Wednesday on a first alert weather day will be quiet, but by late afternoon and evening, wind and snow will be on the increase, and the most impactful snow looks to be north. Not all of us will see a lot, but it will be followed by bone-chilling cold weather. I'll have hour-by-hour details on the timing of our snow here in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
2021 is predicted to be the busiest one yet for the West Fargo Fire Department. That's according to the fire chief. He says a new fire station behind Menards will help response times. Last year, he tells us that it took about 7 minutes to get to a fire. That's up from the year before.
Last year, we didn't see any issues with road construction. Now that Cheyenne Street's done, now that the congestion's eased, we're getting through there quicker, and we're seeing decrease in response times into the northern part of the city as a result of that.
They're aiming for 2023 to open the new West Fargo Fire Department with a price tag of $10 million. They're paying for it by using a capital improvement sales tax.
A longtime city leader in East Grand Forks has died. 97-year-old Henry Tweeten passed away on Sunday from complications of COVID-19. He was born in 1923 in East Grand Forks, served in the Army, and was decorated with the Purple Heart and Silver Star. The UND grad practiced law for more than 6 decades and served on the East Grand Forks City Council for 24 years. The family is holding a private funeral tomorrow morning.
Still no sign of a missing elderly man from the Devil's Lake area. 76-year-old Thomas Townsend was last seen on the north side of Devil's Lake yesterday morning around 9 o'clock. He stands 6 feet tall. He weighs about 205 pounds. He has blue eyes and gray hair. Now, he was believed to be driving a 1998 brown or copper-colored Chevy extended cab. It had North Dakota license plate 863AKJ. Now, if you spot this man or his pickup, call 911 or your local law enforcement.
At the North Dakota Capitol, the first at-large votes on bills have surfaced that go after the governor's executive powers in states of emergency. It's a topic many lawmakers said they would be considering. One of the more predominant complaints during the state of emergency has been the effects on bars and restaurants. A bill passed the House unanimously that says the governor cannot suspend alcohol sales during states of emergency. Over the past year, business hours have been affected, but not the sales themselves. Lawmakers said this was just to clean up a law from prohibition. The only sponsor of the bill, Representative Rick Becker, rents buildings to bar owners in downtown Bismarck.
North Dakota School Board Association says the negotiation process between teachers and school boards needs more structure. Teachers convened at the Capitol to speak against a bill that gives them less time to negotiate their contracts. The bill sets a June 1st deadline to finish negotiations, but also sets the beginning of negotiations in the spring, meaning teachers would need to use school months to negotiate rather than after classes are out. Teachers say that the new deadlines would be unrealistic, unlikely, and harmful to the educators' ability to focus on the classroom during negotiations. But school boards say it's time to streamline the process and make an even playing field.
It is common to see once amicable discussions turn adversarial and contentious, which benefits neither side. And I will say often has long-standing repercussions in terms of the relationship between the board and its staff.
Even though there would be a June 1st deadline, extensions can be made as long as both sides are acting in good faith.
If you're looking to stay on top of the latest vaccine information, you can get our new VNL vaccine tracker. You can access national and local resources in just 2 easy steps. Just open your phone camera and point it at the QR code on your screen, then tap the link that pops up.
The state of Minnesota is ramping up COVID-19 vaccinations. The state is giving out double the shots it was last week. This follows the governor's directives to speed up the availability of the vaccine across the state. He also announced that an additional 35,000 doses will be made available for seniors this week. The state also launched a statewide vaccine finder to connect Minnesotans with clinics who can get them their shot.
More than 1 million Minnesotans are using the COVID Aware MN system. The app alerts a user if they've had close contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19. If you're the one who tests positive, you can get a verification code to anonymously notify others of a possible exposure. Governor Tim Walz says the power of knowing when people have been exposed is key to slowing the spread of the virus.
The National Park Service has implemented President Joe Biden's mask mandate at parks across the country. The Department of the Interior announced a change today. And under the requirement, all employees and visitors must wear face coverings to help protect against the spread of the coronavirus. This new mandate is not just for parklands, it's also for National Park Service buildings when visitors cannot maintain physical distance. This comes after the president signed an executive order requiring masks on his first day in office.
The closure of the Canadian border has made life significantly more difficult for some Minnesotans. We'll show you their new workaround coming up.
Temperatures mild tomorrow, but we have wild weather on the way, including some snow and then bone-chilling cold. Find those long underwear and stick around. We'll tell you about First Alert weather days for Wednesday and Thursday right after this.